Hey, welcome to a new tutorial. Today we'll go over IsInWater, IsFalling, IsFlying, and IsMoving. And for the tutorial, this simple code you see on the screen right now is just so I can get the player. Pretty easy, just getting the player here when we chat in the chat box. So let's go ahead and do the first one. So IsInWater, so you will write if player is in water, and then down here. So it's an if statement, and in here we will say send world message, and then we'll just say player is in water, like this, and then we will go in game and test. So now that we are back in game, let's test it out. So if we go down, so we are in the water here, you can write something, and now down here in the chat box you see player is in water. Let's go to the next one. So we will just do the next one, which is IsFalling, and we'll basically be using the same kind of code here. Only things we want to change is the function call and what it should write in the chat box when we are actually falling. So let's do that. Up here, instead of IsInWater, write IsFalling, like this. And down here, again, it's just the text. You decide what it says. But let's just say player is falling, right? And if you just hit save, and now we go back in game and test. We are now back in game. So if we do GM fly on, just so we can get up in the air a little bit, so we can fall. So if you're gonna be fast, you gotta be fast here. So if you write .gm fly off, and now I gotta be fast to type something to show you. So I write that, and then I write this. Now you see the player is falling down here in the chat box, because we were falling when we entered chat message. So let's continue to the next one. Okay, so the next one is again just the same kind of code, and we will be doing the IsFlying this time. So instead of IsFalling, write IsFlying, and down here just change the falling to flying, like this. And now hit save, and let's get back in game and test. Okay, so now that we're back in game, let's do something here to like do the test. So in chat, just write .gm fly on, and now go a little up in the air. This is just so I can show it to you. I will click numpad. So this, or numlock, or what it's called. So now I'm continuously flying while I can write something in chat. So let's do that. Write something. And now you can see player is flying. So let's continue to the last one. Okay, now that we're back in the code, let's do the last one, which is IsMoving. And the way we want to do that is, again, just change two things here. So IsMoving. And down in the flying, you just say moving, like this. And save it. And let's head back in game and test. Okay, so now that we are back in game, let's try and move while typing in chat. So again, numlock or numpad or what it's called. And now we're moving, right? Let's write something. And you see player is moving. So it detected that we were moving while writing that. That was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe if these videos help you. See you on the next one.